Now let us start our discussion on differentiation. So yesterday we have given the rate of or rate at which y is changing with x is dy dx equals to delta y by delta x, and if limit delta x tends to 0. So this is the general equation we have given yesterday. Now even we have got dy by dx if y equals to x square. If y equals to x square, I got dy by dx equals to 2x. So we have given the process how to do this differentiation. Now I will take some new function. Let us take a trigonometric function. Let us do it. Or let us take one more function. So let's say that is y equals to 2x power 3 plus 3x plus 5. Say this is the function. Then how to find out differentiation of this? Let us do first. So now let us find differentiation of this one. So that is dy by dx. So that will be equals to limit delta x tends to 0 delta y by delta x. So this is the general equation. Now first you need to find out what is delta y and what is delta x is delta x. So now delta y is, by definition, delta y is the value of y at x equals to x plus delta x minus value of y at x equals to x. So this is what your delta y. And delta x is delta x. Delta x is the value of x at x plus delta x minus the value of x at x is x. So this becomes your delta x once again. So now you have to find out what is delta y, that is y of x plus delta x minus y of x. So now dy by dx equals to limit delta x tends to 0. Then let us see from here what is y of x plus delta x. So this is your y. So now y of x plus delta x from here equals to, this is y of x. So that is 2 into, instead of x I get x plus delta x. X plus delta x whole power 3 plus 3 x plus delta x plus 5. So this is the y of x plus delta x. Now let us take this minus y of x. So this is 2x plus delta x whole power 3 plus 3x plus delta x plus 5. So this is what your y of x plus delta x minus y of x. So y of x is your function. That is 2x power 3 plus 3x plus 5 by delta x. So this is how you can differentiate. So now that equals to, let us expand this. So it will be 2 into x power 3 plus 3x square delta x plus 3x delta x whole square plus delta x whole power 3. So this is the expansion, this part. If I expand x plus delta x whole power 3, that will be equal to this part. Plus, and here it is 3 into x plus, here it is, plus 3 into x plus delta x plus 5. So this is your y of x plus delta x. So minus this part. So that is 2x power 3 minus, I am multiplying by minus 3x minus 5 by delta x. So that is, let us even multiply here. So it will be now 2x power 3 plus 2 into 3 6x square delta x plus 6x delta x whole square plus 2 delta x whole power 3 plus 3x plus 3 delta x plus 5 minus 2x power 3 minus 3x minus 5 by delta x. So now you can cancel here. Minus 2x power 3 plus 2x power 3 minus 3x plus 3x minus 5 plus 5. Then the remaining part will be dy dx, that equals to, so don't forget to write limitation everywhere. Now limit delta x tends to 0, then the remaining part is 6x square delta x plus 6x delta x whole square plus 2 delta x whole power 3 plus 3 delta x. So by delta x, now you can take delta x common. You can take delta x common in this equation. Now you can cancel that delta x by this delta x. So if you do that, you will get limit delta x tends to 0, 6x square plus 6x delta x plus 2 delta x whole square plus 3 into delta x you will get, into delta x, and that delta x can be cancelled by this delta x. So this is the equation you are getting. Now you can write dy dx equals to, so if you apply limitation here, delta x tends to 0, it means if delta x tends to 0, you can cancel that, because delta x is very very small, you can neglect that. So if you neglect that, you get answer 6x square plus 3. So this is dy by dx if y equals to 2x power 3 plus 3x plus 5. So this is how we can do this problem. This is how we can find out dy by dx. And even I can give the general equation here. If y equals to x power n, let us say. If y equals to x power n, then what will be your dy by dx? So now dy by dx is, so dy by dx is delta y by delta x if limit delta x tends to 0. Now this is, and as I said, delta y equals to y of x plus delta x minus y of x. So limit delta x tends to 0, delta y, that is y of x plus delta x minus y of x. Y of x plus delta x is, so x, y equals to x power n, then y of x power delta x is x plus delta x whole power n minus x power n by delta x. In this, x power n is y of x and x plus delta x whole power n is y of x plus delta x. So now that is limit delta x tends to 0 and x plus delta x whole power n. You can take here x common. If I take x common in this, I get 1 plus delta x by x whole power n minus x power n by delta x. So here I have x plus delta x whole power n. X plus delta x whole power n. In that I am taking x common. If I take x common, then I get 1 plus delta x by x whole power n. So in this equation, I can take once again x power n common. So if I take x power n common, you will get limit delta x tends to 0. If I take x power n common, then we get, or you can write down here, this is x, here x into 1 plus delta x by x whole power n, that is x power n 1 plus delta x by x whole power n minus x power n by delta x. So this is what your dy by dx. So now dy by dx will be equals to limit delta x tends to 0. You can take now x power n, you can take common. If you take x power n common, then you get 1 plus delta x by x whole power n minus 1. I am taking x power n common. If I take x power n common, then I get here 1 plus delta x by x whole power n minus 1 by delta x. So now I get limit delta x tends to 0, now x power n. Now let us see this part. It's a 1 plus delta x by x whole power n. Here delta x is very, very small. If you take the expansion of this, because delta x is very, very small when compared to x, then delta x by x will be very small. So let us say if I write equation that is 1 plus x whole power n, that equals to approximately 1 plus nx if x is very small or x is less than, very, very less than 1. So instead of x here you have x by delta x by x. So we get right 1 plus n into delta x by x minus 1 by delta x. So this is the equation. So now you can cancel here. Now you can cancel plus 1 minus 1. The remaining part is limit. After applying limit only you get this part. This is after applying limit only you will get this one. Sorry. 1 plus nx. So this you will get after applying the limit. So now you can eliminate limit here. After applying limitation only you will get that. Because you are neglecting all higher terms, now you get, even you can write down limit, no problem. Limit delta x tends to 0. Once you neglect all higher terms, then you will get equation here, that is x power n by x, because you can cancel delta x. So the remaining part is this one. So now x power n by x, so that is n into x power n minus 1. So now dy by dx is madam, keep that window on.
Okay.
Dy by dx is you get dy by dx is n x power n minus 1. N x power n minus 1. So this is the general equation. If y equals to x power n. If y equals to x power n, then you get dy by dx is n x power n minus 1. So I can write down here d of x power n by dx, that is n into x power n minus 1. So this is the general equation you can use. You can use anywhere. So let us consider the previous problem once again. Without doing all these things, in this case, now I am giving a function here. The function is 2x power 3. The function is 2x power 3 plus 3x plus 5. Let us apply this general equation to that problem. The general equation says d by dx of x power n, d by dx of x power n equals to n into x power n minus 1. Now I am having a function here. The function is 2x power 3. This is the function. Let us take the same problem. 2x power 3 plus 3x plus 5. Y equals to 2x power 3 plus 3x plus 5. So this is the function. Now you want to find dy by dx. We want to find what is dy by dx. So I have given general equation, that is d of x power n by dx equals to n into x power n minus 1. This is the general equation. So now let us apply to this. So I am writing dy by dx. So now dy by dx, y is this much. You can write 2x power 3 plus 3x plus 5 by dx. So you can break this like d by dx of 2x power 3 plus d by dx of 3x plus d by dx of 5. Then d by dx of 5 is 0 because the 5 is constant. If 5 is constant, then even though you change x value, 5 remains the same, so you write 0 for that. Then in this, you can take 2 common, then you got d by dx of x power 3 plus here you take 3 and you get dx. So dx again 1, then finally your equation becomes 2 into d by dx of x power 3 plus, and this is 1, so you get 3. Now let us see what is d by dx of x power 3. So we have given that d by dx of x power n is n into x power n minus 1, and now d by dx of x power 3 will be now 2 into, then this part I am writing that part as your n is 3 now, 3 into x power n minus 1 plus 3. So now that is 2 into 3 is 6, x power 2 plus 3. So this is your dy dx. So we got the same result here also. See, 6x square plus 3. So this is what we got, and the same answer we got here also. Now let us try to stop here. Tomorrow we will discuss remaining things. Madam, one time you see, madam, how